We have a warrant. You're under arrest. Put your hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Hold this hand. Hold this hand. Hey, back up. Hold on. No,
he doesn't. He doesn't have a warrant.
Stop clenching, man.
He doesn't have a warrant. No, he doesn't. Who do you think he is?
Romeo Nance got it.
No, bro.
You got anything on him?
He doesn't have a warrant, bro.
Relax. Stop telling us that. Yes, he does.
Okay.
Get back. That's not that big of a deal.
Bro, he's going to a leg appointment, bro.
Hey, okay. Relax. Listen. No. It's not that big. Let us do our job and we'll talk to you.
Right, no, let us do our job. You guys are Hey, the police are over here taking Romeo. I don't know. They say he has a warrant. Do you have a search warrant?
No.
Yes, we do. Hey, let this.
Bro, leave him alone.
Stop.
Hey, keep that. Just don't keep everyone away from the car.
Hold on. Send them. Tag 3.
Hey, 32. 32. There it goes. Extended one in the mag.
Good.
One in the chamber, I mean. Wow, violent person. Wow, y'all really just be tagging who's driving.
January 2023, Joliet, Illinois. A mother stands on her front lawn, fiercely debating with law enforcement. She is protecting her son. She is demanding his rights. She is ensuring that the police do not overstep their boundaries. This is Tameka Nance. She is 46 years old. She is a mother of 5. And in this moment, she is doing what mothers do. She is acting as a shield for her eldest son, Romeo. Romeo Nance was being arrested for a violent road rage incident involving a firearm. But Tameka didn't see a criminal. She saw her boy. She fought for him. She posted his bail. She brought him back into the safety of her home. Exactly 1 year later, inside that same house, the son she protected would pick up an assault rifle. He wouldn't just turn on the police. He wouldn't just turn on a stranger. He would turn the weapon on Tameka. And then he would hunt down everyone else she ever loved. By the time the sun set on January 21st, 2024, 8 people would be dead, an entire family lineage nearly erased in a single afternoon.
We continue following breaking news from Joliet, where multiple people have been found dead in 2 separate homes.
Right now, there's a manhunt underway for a man believed to be connected to the shootings.
CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini continues to monitor developments in our newsroom. Dave.
Eric and Jim, it's all developing, as you said. Let's get right to the picture of the man police are looking for. He is Romeo Nance, and he is considered armed and dangerous, about 23 years old. If you see him, do not approach him. Immediately call police. Joliet police are familiar with Romeo Nance, who has a history with them. Nance is believed to be driving this car. It's a red Toyota Camry with a license plate Q730412. I repeat, Q730412. This is video from the scene of the 2200 block of West Acres Road, 1 block from Ascension St. Joseph Hospital. Again, police tell us they have multiple gunshot victims there in 2 separate homes. We can tell you from Nance's prior arrest that he also listed an address on that street, same block, the 2200 block, as his home address when he was arrested for aggravated discharge of a weapon involving a woman back in 2023. Here's his picture again. Court records indicate Nance was out on bond for that 2023 shooting case and is still awaiting trial. The Will County Sheriff's Office is also looking for Nance in connection with 2 shootings last night, one of which was fatal.
How does a mother's protection turn into a massacre? And why, when the shooting started, did no one call 911? Before we unravel this nightmare, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these deep dive investigations. Your support helps us tell the stories that need to be heard. West Acres Road in Joliet, Illinois, is the kind of street where neighbors know each other's shift schedules. It's a place of working-class pride. The Nance family didn't just live here, they anchored the block. They occupied 2 houses directly across the street from one another. It was a compound of family unity. At the center was Tameka, a hard worker, a devoted mother. Across the street lived her sister, Christine Esters. Christine was a correctional officer, a woman who dedicated her life to law and order, working the tough shifts at the Joliet Treatment Center to provide for her family. Then there were the children. Alexandria, 20 years old, stepping into adulthood. Alana, 16, and Angel, just 14.
Laughter. My family was all about, and is, and will forever be about love and laughter. They would wake up in the middle of the night to help friends or family. They would give their last to help others.
Love and laughter. That is what Kara Esters remembers. This wasn't a house of horrors. It wasn't a place where police were constantly breaking up brawls. It was a home of Sunday dinners and shared holidays. But there was one member of the family who didn't fit the picture of stability. Romeo Nance, 23 years old. While his aunt was enforcing the law and his sisters were excelling in school, Romeo was drifting into darkness. He had a record, a robbery conviction in 2019, and then the incident that started it all, January 2023. Romeo was involved in a road rage incident. He didn't just yell, he pulled a gun and fired shots at a woman's vehicle. He was arrested. He was charged with serious felonies, but the system allowed him a way out. His girlfriend, Kylie Cleveland Singleton, posted the bond. Romeo walked free. He returned to the family homes on West Acres Road. He was awaiting trial. He was supposed to be monitored, but to those on the outside, he seemed calm. Even his own attorney didn't see the monster hiding behind the client.
It was a good family. From what I understood, a tight-knit family that supported each other, so it's just incredibly tragic.
Attorney Jordan Killian represented Romeo Nance when he pleaded not guilty to an alleged road rage shooting last year. The case was awaiting trial, and says these killings came as a shock.
I started contacting the family because I knew they lived there. I contacted Romeo, thinking he might be in danger.
Let that sink in. When the news eventually broke, Romeo's own lawyer called the Nance family home, worried that Romeo might be a victim. He didn't know that the phone was ringing in a house full of corpses. Sunday, January 21st, 2024. It is believed the violence began in the early afternoon. Romeo Nance was armed. He had a 9mm handgun and an assault rifle. He started at the first house. His mother, Tameka. His uncle, William. There was no 911 call, no frantic scream loud enough to alert the neighbors. He executed them. And then he crossed the street. He walked through the snow to the second home. Inside were his sisters, Alexandria, Alana, Angel, his aunt, Christine, his brother, Joshua. 5 people. People who had known him since he was a baby. People who had likely set a place for him at the table just hours before.
More light shed today on the horrific killing of 8 people in Joliet.
Yeah, police are retracing the path of the killer to his death in Texas.
Nate Rogers has been tracking the tragedy in Will County from the beginning. Nate.
We've been in contact with the victims' family members as well as their colleagues, many still too distraught to speak on camera at this time. We also now know for sure the relation of those victims to the suspect. The Will County coroner identifying the victims as the suspect's mother, 47-year-old Tameka Nance, his aunt, 38-year-old Christine Esters, who's a corrections officer at the Joliet Treatment Center. Also killed 35-year-old William Esters, the suspect's uncle. Also 31-year-old Joshua Nance, his brother who was bedridden. Finally, the suspect's 3 sisters, 20-year-old Alexandria Nance, 16-year-old Alana Nance, and 14-year-old Angel Nance, all shot to death.
We can't get inside his head. We just don't have any clue as to why he did what he did.
Police now believe the suspect, 23-year-old Romeo Nance, committed the Hayden's murders Sunday afternoon, then jumped on the road inside his red Toyota, landing in Texas. Police say Nance swapped his license plate with a stolen one before being chased by U.S. Marshals at this service station in Natalia, Texas.
Task force officers with the United States Marshals Service observed Mr. Nance armed with a firearm fleeing from the vehicle.
We know from digital evidence that his 3-year-old son was present. A doorbell camera captured a child's voice saying, "Hi, Dad," and then a heartbreaking plea, "Daddy, why? Don't shoot me." The child was physically unharmed, but around him, Romeo Nance unleashed hell. 7 bodies across 2 homes, and then silence. It was around 3:30 p.m. Romeo Nance got into his mother's red Toyota Camry, but he didn't flee the state immediately. He picked up a friend, John Hansen, and Hansen's girlfriend. He told them he had handled some business. And then the violence shifted from personal to purely predatory. 4:17 p.m., Davis Street. 42-year-old Mario Guerrero is unloading groceries. He is a stranger. He has no connection to Romeo Nance. Romeo pulls up. Words are exchanged. Romeo opens fire. 9 shots in 5 seconds.
Romeo and Cheryl, the FBI Fugitive Task Force is one of several agencies involved in this manhunt. Authorities asking residents to call police but to avoid engaging that suspect if they spot him. This newly obtained video shows one of the shootings police are investigating. The suspect in a red Toyota Camry speeding off after police say he wounded a man in the leg. It's one of 4 crime scenes allegedly connected to 23-year-old Romeo Nance.
With a crime of this magnitude, with this heinous act, we are putting everything in our power to bring this individual to justice.
Police say Nance is suspected of shooting and killing 8 people, 7 of them in 2 houses in the 2200 block of West Acres Road.
I've been a policeman 29 years. This is probably the worst crime scene I've ever been associated with.
The motive unclear, but police say Nance knows the victims, and one of the homes is Nance's last known address. The bodies discovered after that residence was placed under police surveillance, following 2 shootings on Sunday, including that one caught on video. It shows a man getting supplies from his car in the 200 block of Davis Street in Joliet. When that Toyota pulls up, a few words are exchanged before the driver pulls away. But moments later, as the 42-year-old victim walks home, the driver pulls around and opens fire. Curtis Ellis is the victim's neighbor.
My wife could have been out there taking groceries out of the car just like this guy was taking water out of his car. And it doesn't seem like he even knew the guy.
Authorities say 10 minutes after that shooting, Nance shot another man in unincorporated Joliet Township who later died. Police say Nance is 6'2", 160 pounds. That red Toyota Camry has Illinois plate number Q730412.
Guerrero is hit in the leg. He survives, but Romeo isn't done. 10 minutes later, Pheasant Run Apartments. Toyosi Bakari, 28 years old, an immigrant from Nigeria who had been in the U.S. for only 3 years, working to build a life for himself and his family back home. He is walking to his apartment. Romeo spots him. 1 shot to the head. Toyosi falls. His wallet is still in his pocket. This wasn't a robbery. It was sport. Sunday night passes. Police are investigating the random shootings. They have a description of the red Camry. They trace the plate. It leads them back to West Acres Road. Monday, January 22nd, midday. Officers knock on the door of the first house. No answer. They see blood on the doorframe. They breach the door. 2 bodies. Realizing the family owns the house across the street, they rush over. They breach the second door. 5 more bodies. The scale of the massacre is instantly clear. This isn't just a crime scene, it's a war zone in a living room. But the shooter is gone. Where was Romeo? Police questioned his girlfriend, Kylie Cleveland Singleton. She was the one who bonded him out a year prior. She was the mother of his child. According to police, she lied. She told them she didn't know where he was. She gave them false information. While a manhunt was underway for the man who had just annihilated his family, sources say Kylie was seen at a local sports bar, pacing, drinking, while 7 people lay dead in the homes she knew well. She would later be charged with obstruction of justice. Her silence bought Romeo time to drive south.
At Joliet, police say 21-year-old Kylie Cleveland Singleton made statements in an attempt to stop police from arresting her boyfriend, Romeo Nance. Cleveland Singleton has been taken to the Will County Jail. She's charged with obstructing justice. She's also the mother of Nance's 3-year-old child.
A 21-year-old girlfriend of the man suspected of murdering 8 people in Joliet was released from jail.
Kylie Cleveland was placed on home confinement after she was charged with obstruction of justice in connection to that case. CBS 2's Andrew Ramos is live for us outside the Will County Courthouse with new information about where Cleveland was on Sunday night after the rampage. Andrew.
Well, Jim and Marie, Kylie Cleveland appeared before a judge earlier today where she was charged with 1 count of obstructing justice, and she, of course, was later released due to the Safety Act. And she was ordered not to leave her home while she's being electronically monitored.
Police say Cleveland withheld critical information as the manhunt was underway for Romeo Nance, her boyfriend and father of her 3-year-old son. Investigators believe Nance fatally shot multiple members of his own family, including his mother, aunt, uncle, brother, and 3 sisters. He would later shoot 2 men at random, leaving a total of 8 people dead. CBS 2 has learned through sources that on Sunday night after the rampage took place, Cleveland was at a local sports bar hanging out with friends. According to the source, the 21-year-old appeared to be pacing back and forth while at the Double J Sports Bar at around 9 o'clock.
Romeo Nance drove over 1,000 miles. He stole license plates from a mall in Texas to mask the Camry. He was heading for the Mexican border. But technology moves faster than a Toyota. U.S. Marshals tracked his phone. They tracked the car. 8:30 p.m., Monday, Natalia, Texas, a small town outside San Antonio. Romeo pulls into a gas station. Suddenly, he is surrounded. Federal agents, local police, helicopters. There is no way out. He jumps out of the car. He runs around the corner of the station. He is holding the same gun he used to kill Toyosi Bakari. There is no negotiation. There is no surrender. A single gunshot rings out. Romeo Nance ends his life in a dusty parking lot 1,200 miles from the frozen bodies of his family.
Details tonight, a national manhunt as an Illinois man wanted for killing 8 people near Chicago took his own life yesterday at a gas station outside San Antonio.
This afternoon, police in Illinois held a news conference laying out the timeline on this 2-day manhunt.
Mr. Nance's reign of terror in our communities in Will County is now over.
Police in Joliet, Illinois are talking about 23-year-old Romeo Nance.
We just don't have any clue as to why he did what he did.
Many cases like this, we may never know the truth or the motives behind these senseless killings.
The first victims, 4 females and 1 male, all found shot to death inside the same house.
Age 14, 16, 20, and 38. There was also a 38-year-old male at that residence. All were deceased.
The next victims found in a home directly across the street.
There was one female, age 47, and a male victim, age 35. They too were deceased.
Police say all 7 victims were relatives of Nance. Their bodies only discovered Monday based on the description of a red Toyota Camry connected to a different murder on Sunday.
The suspect vehicle was known to be used by Joliet resident Romeo Nance, who has an extensive criminal history.
Shortly after, we were confident that the offender had fled the area and was no longer in Will County or the city of Joliet.
By around 6 Monday night, Illinois police were coordinating with the U.S. Marshals. Romeo Nance was believed to be traveling in the state of Texas.
By around 8 p.m., a helicopter had located the suspect vehicle on I-35, and Texas law enforcement was mobilizing additional resources to stop the vehicle.
About 30 miles southwest of San Antonio, in Natalia, Nance pulled into this Valero gas station outside Chubby's Travel Center.
Task force officers with the United States Marshals Service observed Mr. Nance armed with a firearm fleeing from the vehicle. It's at that time they gave chase to him. He rounded the corner around the gas station and decided to take his life.
His red Toyota Camry now bearing Texas license plates. Police believe Nance stole them at an area shopping mall.
With so much sadness that surrounds these incidents, it is time for our communities to come together and heal.
Back in Joliet, the reality sets in. 7 caskets, a grandmother, a brother, sisters who never got to go to prom, an aunt who served the community. The funeral procession seemed to have no end. The community gathered, they prayed, they cried, but mostly they stood in shock. How does a family so full of love and laughter simply vanish? We look back at the footage of Tameka Nance. We see a mother's love, fierce, unconditional, blind. She fought the police to keep her son home. She didn't know that she was fighting to keep her killer close. There is no motive that makes sense. Police found no manifesto, no note, just a history of unchecked aggression, a bond system that let a dangerous man walk free, and a girlfriend who looked the other way. Romeo Nance took the answers with him, leaving Joliet with only the silence.
Releasing balloons in the name of Tameka, please release.
A moment of heartbreak and love for the Nance and Esther families. Joliet police accused Romeo Nance of killing 8 people a week ago today before he was found dead in Texas. 7 of the victims were his close relatives, including his mother, brother, 3 sisters, and an aunt and uncle.
They were loved by so many people. They were loving people, a loving, loving family.
Today, one of the last remaining relatives telling us how she wants her family to be remembered.
Love and laughter. My family was all about, and is, and will forever be about love and laughter.
Kara Esther says this house in Joliet on West Acres Road is where her family often celebrated Christmas together, one of her favorite traditions. She says she's finding peace now in the fact that her relatives left a lasting legacy behind them.
They would wake up in the middle of the night to help friends or family. They would give their last to help others. But they might laugh at you about the situation a little bit.
That impact on the community is clear today as a large crowd gathered to pray and honor the victims, many struggling to understand the tragedy, but thankful for their memories.
I don't understand this. I don't understand why it happened. But one thing that I do know is that God is still in control.
Now Kara says her remaining family is small but mighty as they try to move forward with their loved ones watching over them.
We'll pick up these pieces and we will forever remember their names and shout it from the rooftops.
So now there are a couple of memorials outside the home here as Kara says her family will never be forgotten. She says her family's hearts are full tonight from everything they've seen from this community.